morning. I promised you an update on the concrete base once it had gone off. It's now 2 weeks down the line, and on the whole, it's pretty good. I've left the wood forming around the edge, as you can see. I've not bothered taking it out. I'm going to remove them stakes. But I have one issue, which is this. And I reckon, where you can see that water, it's probably sunk about 1.5 centimetres. And I think the reason for that is the wood form that we had down the middle. I used a temporary one, and what I probably should have done is used a permanent one, because I think when the guys who delivered the concrete were wheelbarrow it in, I think one of them has run over one of my stakes that governed the height of my form, and I think it's dropped about 1.5 centimetres. So I'm not entirely sure what I was going to put on the surfaces. I was contemplating polishing it, but I think now I'm going to have to either tile it or some sort of flags down, because I'm going to have to fill that to level it all out. Yeah, a bit of a shame. You live and learn. Yeah, but as you can see, my blocks have arrived. These will be in this corner. This is where the oven's going, so I'm going to build a 2 metre square there out of these blocks. They've got holes in the middle. I'm going to dry build, because that's what they seem to do. I might have to do the bottom layer with some mortar just to make sure the level is correct. But what I find brilliant with these blocks is that some are just 2 holes and a centre, and others are 2 holes and 2 centres. So I can use these, I can cut down here and here, and cut these in half to use for corners. So yeah, I borrowed that level spirit, that laser level, to mark out my square a week ago, and marked it out with permanent pen. I've just come out today and it's gone. There's no marks on my concrete, and I can't use that thing till the evening because it just doesn't work outside in the daylight. So I was desperately hoping to start today, and I can't because I've got no squares. I mean, I could measure it out with a tape measure, but the laser is just so much more accurate. But every single mark that I put down one evening at 9:30, 10 o'clock at night, every single mark has gone. What I should have done is used a spray paint that they do, but I didn't have one. I just used a permanent marker, but it's not very permanent. It's gone. What I should also add is that although I'm going to dry build with these blocks, once I've got them in place, I will put a piece of rebar down. There'll be 4 bricks high down each corner and every other one, and I will fill them with concrete, and then the rebar will be stuck out about this far, and then on top of that 4 levels of bricks that I'll have here, I will pour a 4-inch slab of concrete, and then that is what I will start to build the oven on.
And this is where I lost connection to my microphone. But as I was saying that, I mean, I've been itching to get going with this project for a while now, having to wait for the concrete to go off. So although I didn't have the laser, I did measure the square out to make sure it was square. So I measured from each corner, and I just decided to go ahead with it, which I was quite surprised. I know it's dry build, so there's no mortar. I was quite surprised how easy it was, and B, how level it all was. I mean, we got the concrete level as best we could. It's just a shame about that bit where it dips, but it does only dip where you could see the water. But yeah, it was quite easy. Back breaking. I mean, them things, although they don't really look much, they are extremely heavy.
Well, I've decided to have a go without having the marks on the floor, which I lost from using a laser. And I've measured corner to corner, put some bricks in here to get me square, so I know this is square. Everywhere I'm going so far with the level is level. The bricks aren't entirely secure, but I've read that once you get your rebar down the corners and every other one and you're concreting, it'll obviously then be solid. I have had a lot of people say to me that I think I'm mad not using any mortar or cement to put them in, but the majority of these things I've seen being built, nobody's used mortar at this stage. I mean, it cuts down on work and expense, so I'm going to go down that route. So I've got up a few more levels. These bricks are just not the same size. I am having slight issues, but again, from what I've read up on the forum I am as far as building a Pompeii oven, it doesn't need to be exact because it's basically only a stand for a slab of concrete, and then round the outside of it will be rendered in something or tiled. So the building work doesn't need to be exact. Obviously, it's going to have the concrete in the holes, so it will be completely sturdy once it's done. So I've had a change of mind halfway through. We were going to have it so the oven sits here and was facing this way, but we're having a talk with the boss, and we think it's probably better that it just faces straight, which is going to be easier for me to make the slab, because the slab would have had to be on an angle there. But building like this is nice and square, and it will be a lot easier. And the reason we're having it this way is because we're going to have a work surface here. So I've got some more bricks there, and I'll build some up here. And eventually I'll have a wall all the way around. But to be able to bring anything out of here and put it straight on a work surface. And also I've got a portable barbecue over there, which I'm going to take off the portable bit and build it into somewhere here. So I've built it all dry. It's all nice and level. I'll obviously get my rebars in the corners and every other one, and got some concrete in and start to build a form for the top to build the 4-inch concrete slab, and get on with building the new thing. So I've been out and got 2 pieces of angle iron, thanks to a lovely fella called Sandy down at a place called Greg Products. Legend that he is. I hope you're well if you're watching this video, sir. So two of these will span across here, but what you've got to do is you've got to shave off part of the block. This part of the block here and here. So this sits flush, because if I don't, then obviously the brick block is going to be raised up a little bit, and I don't want that to be raised up. I want it to be level with this. So I thought about filming the first one that I did, but then I thought I'd better not, because I've got a power tool out. I don't really do power tools, but I've done the first one, and I don't know if you can see. It fits pretty flush on there, so I'm quite happy with that. So now I've got to do this side, and then do another block. So I'll crack on with this now. I think that's it. Oi. Would you look at that? Eh? Would you look at that? Would you look at that? It's not perfect, but